I made $66,000 all while having under 10,000 followers, and the crazy thing is I was able to make this amount of money without needing any of these followers. But I know what you're thinking, like how is that even possible? And let me tell you, the truth is I post most of my UGC content on new separate accounts that I create for companies I'm working with, or I send my content directly to the companies for them to post on their socials. Meaning most of the time, I'm not even posting on my main personal brand account. So today, I'm gonna destroy the biggest myth that's keeping people from starting UGC. The myth that you need a massive following to get paid. That is completely wrong. And I'm gonna show you exactly how you can start making money today with UGC regardless of your follower count. Now, most people think that UGC works like influencer marketing, where brands pay you based on your audience size. Now, that's not how UGC works at all. Here are the key differences. So for influencer marketing, brands are paying for access for your audience. And for UGC, brands are paying for content they use on their platforms. So for example, when I'm making content for my tech companies like Codedex and StudyFetch, they're not paying for my followers. They're paying for my ability to create authentic content that'll drive engagement and growth all across their socials. And for these deals specifically, since these are retainer deals where I post consistently for them monthly, I'm creating whole new separate accounts where I'm posting their content. And these accounts are literally starting at 0 followers. So it simply shows you brands are not paying for your followers. They're paying for your ability to create high performing authentic content. And another example, for one-off deals I've done with Notion and Linktree, I'm literally just sending the content to them for them to post on their socials. Again, meaning that my follower count does not matter. Okay, so now since follower count does not matter, what are brands actually looking for when they hire UGC creators? Number one, they're looking for authentic content creation skills. The fact is, brands want content that looks real and not overly highly polished and overly produced. They're looking for natural delivery that doesn't sound scripted. They're looking for your genuine enthusiasm when it comes to like speaking on camera. And they're looking for relatable settings, like you can literally just make a piece of content at your desk like this. And this is really important as well. They just want to make sure you have a clear understanding of how the product actually works. You never want to be making a UGC video where you don't know how to use the product. Okay, and now number two, brands really want you to understand their target audience. You literally don't even need followers when it comes to understanding audiences, and you can demonstrate this by creating content that speaks to specific demographics. And you can also do this by addressing real problems that their audience actually faces. I tend to do this a lot with my company called StudyFetch because I am a student. And you can even do this by showing certain products in context that the customers actually relate to. Like for example, skincare products in like makeup routines or like get ready with me's. I personally don't do that because I'm not in that niche, but you get the point. And now number three, brands are always looking for UGC creators who are reliable and are professional. This is where complete beginners can compete with established creators. And it's simple, like all you gotta do is respond to emails on time, you're meeting deadlines consistently, you're always making sure to follow brand guidelines, and you're always just communicating clearly with the brand you're working with. And number four, brands are always looking for people who can actually make content that converts their viewers into buyers. So whenever you make a piece of content, actually watch it back and ask yourself, is this piece of content authentic and would I actually be interested in the product? And even if you think yes, always make sure you have other people around you to review your content for you. And ask them the same questions like, is it authentic? Are they interested in the product after watching the video? Is it funny? Is it engaging? And even if you don't have people around you to review your content for you, most times brands will already make sure to review your content before they post it on their socials or before they allow me to post it on my new accounts that I made for them. So now let me walk you through the exact process to land your first UGC deals without needing any followers. Step one is to build your portfolio. You need to demonstrate your abilities before brands can actually pay you. So because you don't have the budget to buy actual products to make UGC examples on, you can simply just find anything laying around in your room, like for example this Owala water bottle. I could easily just make a video about why this water bottle has saved my life in terms of keeping me hydrated. You can find products like this ceramic mic like I'm using right now. Or you can even use this like piece of decoration like this fake plant to just talk about why it's such a good item to have around your house to give it more life or something like that. You can even try digital products like websites. Like for example, I'm currently working with 2 websites, Codedex and StudyFetch, as I mentioned before. And you can easily just like pull up their website on your computer right here and just talk about how this website has saved you from failing all your classes to now helping you maintain a 3.9 GPA. And with these UGC examples that you're gonna create for your portfolio, you wanna have at least 6 to 8 different styles. So the ones I already mentioned are like problem solution type videos, but you can make like honest testimonial videos, you can make day in the life videos, you can do like a tutorial format or even like a first impressions format. That would be cool as well. And now step number 2, you're gonna set up your professional portfolio. And you don't need to make like a highly professional professional portfolio that's like super well designed, you can just spend like 30 minutes making a simple design on Canva. Now there are tons of free platforms that you can build your portfolio on, like Notion, Google Sites, Wix, but I would just recommend using Canva because of how simple it actually is to use it. And now I'm going to list out your essential portfolio sections. So at the top, you want to have a clear headline, UGC creator with your niche focus. So I have 4 different niches. I would recommend putting your number 1 niche at the very top. And right down below that, you're going to have a small summary section, literally just 2 to 3 sentences about you and how you can add value to the brands looking to work with you. And right down below that, you're going to have all your UGC examples that you've previously made. Again, I would recommend making at least 8 UGC examples to fully showcase your skills and versatility when it comes to content creation. And now at the very bottom, you're going to have a small call to action like work with me and your contact information. And now step number 3, research your target brands. Don't just spray and pray. Be specific about who you actually want to contact. Some of my ideal first targets would be like growing startups in like the tech field. And the reason for that is because they have a growing budget and they're not super overwhelmed with applicants. You can also target local businesses that are looking to expand online. These are the ones that actually need content, but they're limited from their resources. You also want to target companies that have subscription services because they are constantly in need of new, fresh content. Another good one is educational platforms because these are the ones that highly value authentic student perspectives. And you can also target productivity and lifestyle brands. They're always looking for real-world demonstrations. Okay, now this is what the research process is going to look like for each brand. You're going to review their current social media content. You're going to identify any gaps in their current content strategy, like how they could potentially benefit from using this one format for their videos and how you could potentially make those certain videos for their brand. You're going to look for any recent product launches or any updates, and you want to get a better understanding of their target audience and brand voice. And lastly, you're going to find the right person to contact. Typically, the person managing all the UGC content is the marketing manager. So what you want to do is go onto the company's LinkedIn, go to the people section and find the marketing manager or the marketing director and email them. And now step number 4, you're actually going to execute the strategic outreach. Now I'm sorry to say it, but this is where most beginners fail. They send generic messages that get ignored. So this is going to be your winning email structure. So for your subject, you want to have UGC creator for the brand's name's specific product. So of course you want to start with hi and then write their name. And then down here, you want to have 1 to 2 personalized sentences correlated to their brand or contact. And immediately right down below that, you're going to talk about who you are and how you can add value to their company. And then down here, you're going to talk about a few quick stats. And since you're completely new to UGC and you don't have any credibility, you just want to link your portfolio. This gives them a better understanding of what it looks like to work with you, how your content can fit their company image, and if you're a really good fit to work with them. And then down here, you want to get more specific into your value proposition. Talk about the potential UGC concept idea to get the brand excited. And then down here, you want to have your call to action. And always make sure you have your CTA very easy. You can simply just tell them to reply with a simple yes, where you can then send your videos over to get the deal rolling. And then of course, best your name. Now here's my exact pitch that I sent to Naomi from Codedex, where I'm now making 1 to 2K every single month just making 8 videos for their company. So I said, hi Naomi from Codedex. I wrote 2 personalized sentences about why I love Codedex. I then went immediately into me, and then I talked about my value proposition. I went into a few quick stats, linked my portfolio, and then I went more specifically into the value proposition, and then I went straight into the call to action. And now this is going to be your exact follow-up strategy. Now by day 5, if they still haven't responded, you want to share any additional work that's relevant to their company or any specific insights. And doing this will remind them that you're actually serious about working with them, and they also get a better idea of what it looks like to work with you because they're looking at more of your work. Now by day 12, if they still haven't responded, maybe share a specific case study that you've done for a different company. This would really push them to actually think about what it looks like to work with you, and they would further see the value in a collaboration. Now by day 20, if they still haven't responded, you want to give one last value add before you move on to new prospects. And what this means is you could say you could make a UGC example for them to review before you even make content for them to actually get paid for. Doing this will make it really hard to not actually work with you because they're literally getting free value if they just say yes. Now, here is how to make authentic UGC content with literally just your phone. The fact is you don't need expensive equipment to create content that brands actually pay for. So here's how to maximize what you already have. So for good lighting, all you need is natural window light. Just Just make sure you face the window for even lighting on your face. And to make sure you have natural good window lighting, just film during the day. And for audio quality, you can record in quiet spaces away from any like background noise. You can also turn off any fans, the AC, or any other distracting sounds. And just make sure you speak at a clear and consistent volume. And if you're thinking about buying a super expensive mic, just use your phone mic. It's like better than most people think. And now for some camera techniques, you always want to be filming vertically for social media platforms. You can also keep the camera steady by using random objects you have laying around in the house. And always maintain an eye level positioning with your phone. And use simple movements like pans, walks, and product close-ups. And now for your content structure, hook your viewer in for the first 3 seconds. Clearly demonstrate the product benefits. Keep your explanations clear and concise. And end your video with a clear value statement or a call to action. And here's how to make editing simple. You're gonna use free apps like CapCut. You're gonna keep your edits minimal and natural feeling. Always make sure to add captions, and you can even auto-generate these captions if you have like the pro version of CapCut. And finally, just export these videos in their platform appropriate formats. The goal is authentic, relatable content, not no Hollywood production value. Now here is your exact timeline to landing your first paid clients within your first 30 days. And I'm just gonna go day by day, so follow along. Week 1 is your foundation. You're gonna create your first 6 practice videos with any available products. Days 4 through 5, you're gonna set up your professional portfolio website. Days 6 through 7, make sure to get feedback and refine your strongest pieces. And now for week 2, the preparation stage. Days 8 through 10, research at least 15 to 20 potential target brands. Days 11 through 12, narrow down to around 10 best fitting brands and find their contact info. Days 13 through 14, you're gonna write personalized emails for each target brand. And now week 3, the outreach launch. Days 15 through 17, send your initial emails to your top 10 targets. Days 18 through 19, create 2 to 3 additional portfolio pieces based on your interests. Days 20 through 21, you're gonna send your first follow-up emails with additional value. And now week 4, the follow-up and scale phase. Days 22 through 24, send your second follow-ups with case studies. Days 25 through 26, expand your target list and begin the second outreach phase. Now days 27 through 28, refine your approach based on the responses received. And days 29 through 30, send your final follow-ups and prepare for client onboarding. And here are some realistic expectations you'll see in these 30 days. You're gonna get a 5 to 15% response rate, which is completely normal for beginners. Have in mind that you're gonna reach out to at least 30 to 50 clients to actually land your first deal. And you'll see that quality, personalized outreach will dramatically increase your response rates. And now I'm gonna briefly show you what to expect in your first 90 days. So for month 1, you're gonna build a solid portfolio and land at least 1 to 2 clients. And you really wanna focus on over-delivering at this stage and collecting testimonials that will help you scale in the long term. You can expect a lot of rejections and no responses. And I would personally say this is the hardest part in your UGC journey. It's always the first month. And now for month 2, this is where you're gonna refine your skill and actually start growing. Here you're gonna improve your content quality based on real client feedback. You're gonna add 3 to 5 new portfolio pieces from actual paid work. You're also gonna increase your one-off deal rates from $50 to $100 per video. And for your retainer videos, $20 to $35 per video. And here you can even start receiving referrals from satisfied clients. And now by month 3, you're gonna really focus on scaling and specialization. Here you're gonna identify your strongest content styles. You're also gonna increase your one-off deal rates from $100 to $250 per video. And for retainer deals, you're gonna increase them from $35 to $50 per video. And for the clients you're currently working with, you wanna plan to have a long-term relationship with them. This allows you to build a consistent monthly income where you don't even have to worry about pitching to tons of companies. And here you can even consider expanding your services and targeting larger brands. This is what the income progression looks like. Month 1, on average, UGC creators make around $500 to $1,000. Month 2, you typically see $1,000 to $2,000. And month 3, you'll be making around 2 to 5K per month. Success comes from consistent improvement and relationship building, not from having a large following. So if you want to save yourself months of frustration, please avoid these common mistakes. Mistake number 1 is waiting for the perfect conditions. Don't wait for better equipment, more followers, or perfect content. Just start with what you have and improve as you earn. You can definitely study other successful creators for inspiration, but long term, you want to develop your authentic voice and style. And mistake number 3 is underpricing due to inexperience. Make sure you price based on the value delivered, not your experience level. Cheap rates can often attract difficult clients. And mistake number 4, not following up on outreach. Most deals happen in follow-up emails, not initial contact. So you want to make sure you have a systematic follow-up process. Please learn from these mistakes rather than making them yourself. Now, if you're ready to start your UGC journey without waiting for followers, here's what you need to do now. Choose one product you already own and film your first practice video today. And don't overthink it, just start creating and improve as you make each video. Okay, but let me be completely honest about something. There's a big difference between having the map and having an experienced guide who can help you navigate it perfectly from day one. And that's where the Vogue Creations mentorship comes in. You'll get one-on-one coaching with me directly, 3 guaranteed brand deals, your first one within your first 30 days. You also get 3 weekly group coaching calls. You also have access to the private community where you get portfolio reviews, content reviews, and feedback from the most successful creators. And you also get a 6-chapter course with videos plus templates. Literally the complete implementation system with proven frameworks. When you're starting from scratch, every decision matters. So having experienced guidance helps you avoid those time-wasting mistakes that delay success and ensures you're building on proven foundations from day one. If you want to skip the trial and error phase and start landing clients with a proven system, number 1, click the link in the description below. Number 2, fill out a brief application. Number 3, we'll schedule your one-on-one strategy call. And number 4, you'll begin your guaranteed path to UGC success. The question is, are you ready to prove that skills matter more than followers? I'll see you in the mentorship. In my next video, I'm breaking down my exact monthly income as a UGC creator, where every dollar comes in, how much I charge for different types of content, and the real numbers behind building a UGC business.